Diabolical divas. Diabolical divas. We're the ladies with the tea, spilling truth on every mic. Breaking down the games, men play, yeah, we're calling out the hype. Strong, bold, beautiful, we say what's on our minds. Welcome to Diabolical Divas, where the real talk always shines. Oh, Diabolical Divas. Say it loud, say it clear, no fear, no filter. Oh, Diabolical Divas. If it's about men and madness, girl, we're right here. Diabolical Divas. Diabolical Divas. Diabolical Divas. Diabolical Divas. Yeah, yeah, ay. Diabolical Divas. Diabolical Divas. Diabolical Divas. We're the ladies with the tea, spilling truth on every mic. Breaking down the games, men play, yeah, we're calling out the hype. Strong, bold, beautiful, we say what's on our minds. Welcome to Diabolical Divas, where the real talk always shines. Oh, Diabolical Divas. Say it loud, say it clear, no fear, no filter. Oh, Diabolical Divas. If it's about men and madness, girl, we're right here.
We are here. Shout outs to DMG, who cannot be in the building for this because he is prepping for the KOT versus Pan face-off. But anywho, you got your boy Cannon. You know I'm gonna be a straight shooter. And today we have another ladies' night featuring the Diabolical Divas. And with a special guest, you know, we doing a remix. We got my sister Quinn on the panel as well tonight. So salutes to everybody that's watching. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and for the latest and greatest, hit that bell icon.
Period.
And we here. You know. What's up, ladies?
What's
Hi.
up, Cannon?
Listen,
Good evening.
it's Sunday. I'm laughing because y'all gotta go back to work tomorrow.
Yeah, child. Yeah.
And so, you know, that's cool. Y'all gotta go ahead back to work. So y'all gonna get on this show, say what y'all need to say, and y'all gonna go ahead to bed. Cause y'all gotta be focused for tomorrow's, you know, it's a Monday, you know. But before we go straight into questioning and me grilling people, what y'all gotta say? How y'all feeling?
We're feeling good. Happy to be here. Yeah. Ready to talk to Quinn, see how she feeling. Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's good.
I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited to be able to give the sister a voice outside of the debate arena so that she can, let everybody know who she is for real.
Yeah.
And who better to do it with than the Diabolical Divas?
Period.
I think that's a good opportunity, a good idea. You know, we don't really hear a lot from Quinn because you're like kind of mysterious and you typically only debate. So to see you outside of the debate circle, that's awesome to me. What's up? Can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Fill us in on what we don't know.
Well, one, thank you for having me.
You're welcome.
Thanks. I am an art student. I am studying Korean, and basically I am about to go back for my next semester.
Mhm.
I like to sing, dance, draw, and write. I have a lot of talents, in all honesty. But I mean, I don't really know what what really to say. I really
No,
wouldn't
you
even
said some stuff right there.
oh,
Before you move forward, let me go through that. You like Bimmy Bop?
bibimbap, yes.
All right, see? Yep. For
I
those
love
who don't
Korean
know,
food.
what that is, tell us what that is. We talking that Korean food.
Mm-hmm.
Um, bibimbap and which I feel like sometimes I do get this one mixed up. I'm thinking it's either because it's been a while since I've had it.
Mhm.
I want to say it's kind of like the one that is like it looks like sushi, but when I have it, it kind of doesn't. It doesn't have like the fish in it. It's like pickled vegetables or something like
Mhm.
that.
That's
Or
mhm.
hmm,
Go ahead. Go ahead. Keep saying because you about to get into it. Or
I was like, or it is going to be. It's like a rice. Well, I've seen like chicken bibimbap and like beef bibimbap as well.
yeah,
So gotcha. So it's like a rice dish, and then it'll have like vegetables. Then you'll have your meat, and usually I would say it's on the spicier side.
yeah.
Um, so I think it comes. I think it comes in two, or it's like I'm either mixing it up. Bibimbap. I want to say it is.
The second one was bibimbap. The first
Yeah,
one
I always forget it.
was kimchi.
Not kimchi.
I
I have
love
to.
love kimchi.
Believe it or well, it's like it's a Korean mix. It has kimchi in it. It's not actually per se kimchi, but bibimbap. I like it. That and one more dish for the Koreans. You like that bulgogi?
Yes.
Bulgogi, spicy bulgogi.
Hmm.
See, I do like a few Thanksgivings ago, like maybe three. I actually made bulgogi myself. Because it's like 3 hours of prep time, and then you like cook
Mhm,
it for like a little over an hour.
Hmm.
I made the
mhm.
soup version, and I poured in some wine with it, and it went really well. Um, but yeah, I followed a recipe online, and it was great. Uh,
Mhm.
but I
Yeah.
used to cook for like my Korean church. So I used to make like a lot of desserts. I've done like peach milk, there's strawberry milk, and I also do like cakes and stuff too.
Okay. Okay. So now we know that you really in the field. Is that helping you learn Korean better, being kind of immersed in a church culture that has a lot of Korean influences?
Well, I would not well, for me, I wouldn't say that it helps me really learn the language better, but it does help me learn the culture and their mannerisms a lot better.
Hmm.
So even though it's like I don't know what they're saying, I can pick up because of some of the way that they talk. And when they talk about certain things, they it's just like they have certain mannerisms on how they carry themselves.
Right.
So I go by that. Now there are people that like translate for me, but um but yeah, like I'm not at the part where I'm like completely fluent yet. So
Okay. 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 So I'm gonna go around. Has anybody else had any Korean food?
I love Korean food. I eat
Yes,
Korean food at least 2 or 3 times a month.
I
Yeah.
like spicy kimchi. That's my favorite.
Yes, yes.
I,
I like Korean barbecue.
yeah. Korean barbecue slap too.
Really good. And then I had some. Let me shut up because I don't know the name of it, and I don't want to sound like because it was like noodles and beef with vegetables and the Korean barbecue sauce. I had that the other night. It's pretty good, but I don't remember the name.
Okay. Okay. So you also said, let me get back to my sister since you don't want to talk about the foods you didn't ate. Um, you said you sang and danced.
did I say it that way? Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
No, you ain't said it that way. I this guy Baltimore it up well just a little bit. I know you from the South in real life though, just a little.
Like I mean, yeah, I'm from the South. I'm right from the mecca of the civil rights movement. So I
What
am
is it?
from Montgomery, Alabama.
Okay,
Okay.
ain't that where they was hitting people with chairs?
Oh my god, yeah.
Yo,
All right, good. Yup. Amen. Yeah. Shout out. When is the next chair day too? Because I want to make sure that I got a couple fold up chairs in the basement. I got one of the metal or steel church fold up chairs because I want to straighten out a couple of people that need to understand what civil rights is, and I'm black and proud. So let me know.
It's not even like that. I am so done. Um no, because this is something me and like other people down here we tend to laugh at because it's kind of funny how like Montgomery took the incident because everybody else they're like, "Oh, this is black people making a move against white people. It's like everybody at the dock has been black and working there for years.
Mhm.
Someone disrespected somebody by not moving their boat, and the rest of the staff joined in. That is all. It was a staff fight. That's it.
Mhm.
Like it was not this big move. Like because I would watch people make like these videos about how this is gonna like this is the start of a revolution. And I'm just like,
Mhm.
y'all don't live down here. Most of the people that work downtown, they're either black, Hispanic, you may have a few white people and a few Asians, but it's usually black and Hispanic.
Mhm.
I would know, I used to work down there. So it's just like not on the deck, but I used to work in like some of the restaurants down there and everything. So it's
Okay.
like yeah, like majority of downtown employment is black. So I was just like, oh, I'm done. They
I
don't know.
got I got so many questions now. Let me know when you want me to switch off of you because I got so many questions now. Let me get shout out to my man Nerdy Brew. He did have a question though. When
Mm,
all right at the Korean church, this is actually something that I mean, obviously it's hilarious, but it's a good question. What ethnicity is the Jesus that they got? Do they got a picture of Jesus in their church?
yes. He's usually the Jewish looking one. Every now and then I might see like he looks like Jesus but like with black hair sometimes. And they'll put him like banners and stuff when they're doing like certain events. So he's not like around the church for real. But
Right.
but yeah, like usually when you see him, he's usually got like the brown hair like in all the movies, but in some cases it's like every now and then you find the black hair Jesus
Mm-hmm.
or Yeshu. That's the way they said. But yeah.
Yes, you. Okay. No, that's what's up. I wanted to get that out the way for my guy. Shout out to my man Nerdy Brew. But and then what was the other question I had? So when you sing, are you what genre of music are you going to for like your hits?
Oh jeez. It's like whatever I feel like because I have okay. I listen to K-pop. Um,
Okay. My kids
I
love K-pop. They know all the people and they be singing the songs in Korean. I don't think they know what they saying because little kids pick up on everything.
mm-hmm. But it's like I'll do K-pop. There's
Mhm.
pop. I do listen to some Spanish songs. Every now and then I'll go into like maybe some old hip hop. Um,
Mm.
I pretty much I have a wide variety of music that I listen to. Alternative definitely.
Mhm.
Like Imogen Heap, she's one of my favorite artists. And Aurora is pretty good too. But
Okay, I know who they are.
mm-hmm.
I have a question for Quinn. Do you know who Rico Nasty is? Do you listen to her?
Rico Nasty. No, I don't know.
Yeah, she's a alternative black rapper. Awesome. You should kind of check her out.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you.
I got a fun fact for you guys.
What?
Teddy Riley invented K-pop.
For
Oh,
real?
really?
Hmm.
Interesting.
That's interesting. I didn't know that.
I don't
Hmm.
either.
Okay.
I met Teddy Riley in Hawaii, in Waikiki.
I bet you
I did
you
the whole
did
Black
meet
Street.
Teddy
I did
Riley.
the whole Black
I bet
Street.
you met him in Black Street somewhere. I bet you did.
Before I let you go.
I did. I met him.
Waikiki.
They were in Burger King in Waikiki on Kalakaua Road.
I
Why
have
is
a
they
question.
eating at Burger King?
Because
Yeah,
they're regular people. Why not?
they're
I know.
regular,
I'm just
right?
I'm just playing.
You eat
Them
at Burger
boppers
King.
slap.
Yeah,
I
they
got a
do.
question for Quinn. You said you draw. Would you mind sharing one or two pieces with us so we can see how good you are?
You mean now?
Anytime during the show, if you want
Uh,
to.
gotcha.
Sing that song, girl. Sing.
That was on the spot.
Yeah.
No, she don't. I mean, I said anytime during the show. If she don't want to, that's fine.
She
I
might
just
have to
want
send it to you later.
she
I
can.
was all right. Look, I'll see if I can find something. No promises, but I'll see what I can do.
Okay. We just want to give you full, like, listen. This is me. I'm Quinn. Yeah, this is me. Like it or love it.
That's right.
I'm just interested because we very seldom hear you in a position where you get to talk about the stuff that you thinking about, or most of it's based around your debate topic. So it's hard to kind of play. Like, I don't really know that much about Quinn to even make a educated decision, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But you was talking about alternative music, and I was thinking of I'm trying to think of somebody. Um, I'm my kids is upstairs. I was going. It's a group. It's like four women in the. It's one. She got like a short black hair. She Korean, and she be rapping on the songs. I cannot think of their name. I know it when I hear it, and that was gonna bother me till I might have to mute and ask my daughter to come down here and give y'all like the first couple of lines of one of the songs because they play that song relentlessly every day. Let me make her wash dishes. She be screaming. I say, girl, if you don't turn that down. But I'll make sure once y'all get on a roll, I might call her and tell her come down the steps. But yeah, I wanted to talk about one of the ladies' favorite topics is um relationships a little bit, just a little bit, just because I got a mixed panel tonight. Um, when we talk about relationships, is it typical for black women to typically go for like in the race, or are y'all into dating outside the race?
Well,
Like,
for
would you date like a
Oh
Hispanic
boy.
guy?
I would no. I am strictly for my black men.
Okay.
What they
Absolutely.
call it, the colored only fountain.
This
Where?
fountain is for colors
Okay.
only.
Okay.
Hmm.
What about a Hispanic man that's dark skinned?
No.
Well, with me having a Hispanic background, I find that most of them are batshit crazy.
The
So
Hispanic man?
yes.
Huh. Okay.
So I choose to stay over here on this side. I personally, for me, um, I don't judge other people, but I am very race loyal and I feel like we should not be mixing with other people. But I don't judge other people who do. Because if it doesn't work for you, it just doesn't work for you. And I understand that because even with all of the toxicity that happens, I just don't see myself with anything other than a black man.
Cynthia, what you thinking?
And
Pretty much the
all
same, right? I mean, I love black men. I do. I mean, I have a black son, brothers, father, and it's nothing better than a black man. But I do say if I was ever to date outside my race, I would probably go towards Asian. But the tricky
Mm,
thing is about dating outside your race. They're not very accepting of black people. Um, you may have some families that, they'll allow black people into their families, but um yeah, that's it's just a thing. Like, whether you're a black male or a black woman, there it's just they have this thing about not mixing with black people. But again, if
interesting, interesting. Um, did a
Filipino or like Samoan or something.
are you like Polynesians too?
Yes. They kind of
Polynesian?
black too.
So
Yeah.
you just like them with a little bit
Well,
of color on
Samoan,
them?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Gotta be brown. Gotta be brown.
Okay. So Cookie, is that you saying you give the pass to a Polynesian?
No.
Okay. You was
No, she did.
co-signing that.
No, she mentioned Samoan, so I just said Polynesian because I mean I
Yeah,
used
they the
to hang
same
out with
people.
them in Hawaii. I hung out with all those cultures in Hawaii. So,
And what did you
Hmm.
find? And what did you
huh?
find? What did you find dealing with them?
They all dated black men.
Oh, okay.
Every single
Let me
last one of
find
them.
out.
Yeah, they all had black children, all that stuff.
Quinn
Gotcha.
dropped. Oh no, somebody dropped off.
It was
And then
Sunday. When she come back, I add her. Uh-oh, somebody else dropped off.
somebody else shot too.
Did a did
Yeah.
a did a did a did a She dropped off too. And Quinn, what you think?
Um, I mean, for me, I prefer to date out.
Okay.
That just works better for me. So, I prefer Asian men.
Okay. Let me start squinting my eye. No, let me not do that. That might have been
Yo,
racist.
he is cool.
You know what? I'm
Yeah,
so
Okay.
y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we
yeah.
can
Yes,
hear
y'all
you.
hear me. Yeah, because I was talking and I couldn't hear nothing. Y'all couldn't hear me.
Cannon, you
Yes, I've dated outside my race before. I tried it. Wasn't for me. It was an experience to say the least.
Hmm.
I dated a Caucasian man for about 6 months.
Mm.
I'm good on that.
okay, Paul?
Okay.
Ain't nothing like
And she said, "Nah, I'm good."
I'm
Right.
good. I'm all right. It was a whole experience.
Okay.
Mm.
You know, I just want to be fair. Like I've never, not that I haven't had the opportunity to date out. I just never been attracted to men outside of black men.
I tried it because my aunt does not date black men at all. I have an aunt. She does not date black men at all. She will date Italian. She will date white folks. She has dated Hispanic. She was married to a Hispanic man. She does not deal with black men at all. She doesn't like black men at all.
Did she ever say
Why?
why?
No, we've never had that conversation. I've spoken to my grandmother about it, and my grandmother feels like it's something that happened to her maybe when she was in school. That she may have had a lot of negative interactions with black males.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But she has no patience for black men. She has no tolerance for black men. And she kept saying, "Why don't you just try it? Just try it once. See how you never know." So I tried it. No, I'm good.
Oh, child, listen.
I don't know how I don't know how she does it or how she did it. She don't do it anymore, but she's older now. But mm-mm,
No, that's deep.
very much
Th-
so.
well, I ain't never had the opportunity, probably simply because in my city it's predominantly black, and I just I'm not saying I ain't never seen no pretty any other thing else. I just ain't even get around to it, and now I'm off the market. I done been married what 12 plus years now, so I ain't gonna never get that chance now. So if I want I'm gonna just have to have my wife just wear some cultural garb for some other country. You know what I mean?
You know what?
I might order I might order some sushi and get her to say she need a couple times.
Oh.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Himmy said, so y'all love Korean food, but won't date Korean men.
Yeah, he did
Oh,
say
I
that.
would.
I didn't say I ate Korean food at all. So that's off
Well,
that. I don't even eat the
I
food.
was
I'm
going to
good.
say something, but I'll keep that to myself for now. But, um, I would date an Asian, but Southeast.
My man. Uh-oh. Send phone.
So would it be an Asian that is, for lack of a better
She
word,
fell off.
me?
No, sin.
No,
Send.
I'm here.
She's there.
Okay.
Would
That's
you
not
date an Asian that has some soul to him, or would you date like the fresh out the boat Asian?
Now, when you say Seoul, do you mean like the place? Because they got a place in Korea called
I'm not
Seoul.
talking about South Korea. I'm
So,
talking about that
Yeah.
got,
like,
you
like
know,
Black
some swag.
Soul.
Yeah, some swag to him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
So you wouldn't date like a fresh out of like a fresh Korean per se, since we're on Korea.
Nah, nah,
So they got
nah.
so exactly. So there has to be some connection to the people.
Yeah, and for me, just my interactions with men from the Philippines and other parts of Southeast Asia, they do like
Right.
black women.
Yeah.
They do.
There's a
Mm-hmm.
whole big movement, Asians and black Asian men in black women. There's like this whole thing. I didn't know. I saw it on TikTok.
Blazing, something like that.
But I love black man. It's nothing like a black man. The way he smelled, the way he dressed, the way. Ooh,
Yeah.
yeah. Try don't get me to talking on here. But go ahead.
So fried chicken.
Works only. Once again.
Oh Lord.
Everybody wants Korean fried chicken, but not Korean
Got
fried
Korean
kiwi.
fried kiwi.
You know
Well,
what?
My
I
like,
man
mean,
Vincent
okay,
said
so even
sushi
with that,
role
right?
play.
We taught the Koreans how to fry chicken. So I mean, come on now, it's still us.
well, wait. Can you hear me?
The black
Yeah,
men
we
that
can hear
went over
you.
there
Yes,
for the
we hear
war,
you.
they taught them how to fry chicken. So what?
Quinn, we can hear you, Quinn.
I mean, well, one, because they have like this very famous dish that they love to eat, where it's just like, and which is not that big of a deal. It's like chicken and beer, but it was only popularized because it was part of like a K-drama show, if I remember correctly. But it's like, yeah, they know how to fry chicken. I've tasted all types of chicken, like how they cook it. Because our church would do like these really big cooking events like every Sunday, so they would like fried chicken, they have beef, there's steak. They even have like a Korean version of like I would say collard greens in all honesty. Um, but I know for me, I mean, look, I'll take a Korean. He doesn't have to be uh in the black community. I don't really care about that. I'll take him as he is. That doesn't bother me. So
I know that's right.
Yeah, I feel you on that. All the women on the panel have Chinese in them. Uh, that was Sakari.
How's that?
I don't know. He would have to elaborate.
Yeah,
Maybe
I
he
need
was
to
just trying to be
elaborate.
funny. But let me from the desk of DMG. How has embracing an alternative aesthetic or subculture shaped the way you see yourself as a black person? And do you ever feel pressure from inside or outside the community to explain that duality? That was from DNG to Quinn.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you read that one more time for me?
Let me do that again. Testing, testing. Takari said he was joking, by the way. LOL. But from the desk of DMG, question one. I'm trying to sound like him a little bit. How has embracing an alternative aesthetic or subculture shaped the way you see yourself as a black person? And do you ever feel pressure from inside or outside the community to explain that duality?
Um, I feel like the only time I feel pressure to explain that duality is in sectors, honestly, like this one. Not this moment, but when I'm in like the whole pro black spaces, uh, the way I think is not popularized and it's not looked on favorably. So I have to explain myself a lot more because people are quick to be like, if you disagree with something, oh, you're anti-black, and it's like, no, or it's like, oh, you want to be white because I guess they don't know what else to say. Um, the aesthetic, at least to me, it's not an aesthetic for me, at least because again, this is something that I've been doing since I was like practically 5 years old. Um, so it's like it's literally just a part of me.
Mm.
I wouldn't call it an aesthetic. Like like when I was younger, I remember like my mom had this movie night with us. And it was like me and my two other sisters. And we were like painting our nails and all that stuff. And my mom, she made this movie list where it's like you watch Hammerstein's Cinderella, which is the one with like Brandy and Whitney in it. And
Okay, yeah,
then
yeah.
yeah, so it's like you'll watch that, and then you watch Sailor Moon, and then you watch Sister Act. I was okay with everything. And it's
Mhm.
like watching Hammerstein Cinderella, I was like, oh, so I can like Asian guys, And it's like I would watch Mulan, and it's like, who you like, Shane? Like it's just like this is just something like when I was little, this is something that I grabbed onto. It was just like a thing. And I didn't know that it was like an alt thing. That's just naturally the way I went. So
Right. It was organic. You're saying it was organic for you. So it didn't really come with a lot of uh explanations and all that. You like what you like and it's organically happened that way. You watched you mentioned a couple of classics too. I forgot about that, Brandy and, and Cinderella.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. I ain't seen that in a minute. I might see if I can pull that up for my kids and see how they respond to that. That's like watching the Wiz versus the Wizard of Oz. You know what I mean? Um, I'm gonna ask one more question, then I'll switch off of the DMG desk for a second, back into some stuff. He also says, "Do you feel being alt gives you more freedom from stereotypes placed on Black people, or does it create a new set of assumptions you constantly have to navigate?" First, before you answer that question, I don't even really know how do you fully define alt being when we say alt Black, is that just alternatively Black? Is
Yeah.
that is that what it's short for?
Basically, yes. Like
Okay.
it's just like you're a black person that happens to be into different things. It's not this really big thing of like, oh, I want to be different. It's like you happen to be different, and something that happens with a lot of alts is like when they're around a lot of black people, they tend to get rejected for the things they like and the way that they think. So this is why, like, when it comes to me talking about black people, although I know for a fact that I am a black person, I mean like clearly, I'm a black person, but at the same time, after you get told so many times that, oh well, you lost your black card and you're not black enough, all this stuff, you cannot get mad at me for mentally distancing myself after you guys keep telling me that you don't want me around. So it's like, I don't know, because it's like I'm black, but I'm not part of your group though. So it simply is what it is. And then people will get offended when you say stuff like that, like, oh, well, you're trying to distance yourself. You pushed me away. You can't get mad that I accept it now.
You made some good points with that. Um, Let me see who else on this panel. I'm gonna ask Cookie simply because you probably the one other person I have some semblance of knowing how you grew up, just because you previously shared it before.
Mhm.
Growing up, I want to ask this question just the kind of time when you went in Hawaii and you hung with a lot of people from other cultures like the Polynesians and the Hawaiians. Shout outs to the info manga queen Ivory Scales in the building, y'all.
Hi,
Um,
Diva.
Angry?
and so when you hung with them, did you feel like did you have any um times where people looked at you like, oh, you hanging with people outside your race? Like, was that ever a thing? Did people ever look at you funny because of that?
No. Mm-mm.
I just
Because
figured out.
I also had my black friends I hung with. You know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying?
So you just was
Um,
always a part of a good mix.
right, and they're very welcoming, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Polynesians, because Samoans, Tongans. I didn't even know about Micronesians until I moved to Hawaii
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. So I learned a lot of different cultures that were not talked about in high school and stuff like that. So I had a good experience, um, but it's never swayed me
To make you feel
to
like you wanted to.
right.
Okay.
I've never been attracted to any other race. So, but I definitely enjoyed, learning their cultures, their different foods and stuff like that because I love to eat. So if it tastes good, I'm gonna eat it.
Right.
And so, yeah, I just never had a bad experience with them.
Okay. Has any like you and Dida from New York, right? It's a lot of diverse types of people in New York. Have you ever do you feel like you spend a lot of time around people from other cultures outside of the typical traditional black scene?
Mostly Hispanic.
You
Mostly Hispanic, but um, growing up, my grandmother lived in downtown, what they call Stuyvesant Town. So I got to be around a lot of white people as well
Mhm.
growing up.
Yeah.
So yeah, between white and Hispanic for me.
Same here. My grandmother actually had two of my uncle's best friends
Mhm.
were Caucasian men, but they
Mhm.
they all hung together. Actually, three of them, and they all were together. So it was always a mix. My grandmother used to call the two guys her white sons, right?
Mhm.
Because they were always at their house. Their parents died young, very young when they were very young, so they were always around. My mother met my father because he was my uncle's best friend, and my father's from Puerto Rico.
Okay.
So always a mix, always a mix. And you know, at that back then, because I'm a little old, back then there weren't a lot of like Mexican, but more Hispanic, more Caucasian, um, that kind of mix.
I also I used to be Jamaican in my former life.
Yeah.
So I did hang out with a lot of Jamaicans as well. One of my best friends growing up was his family were Rastas, and we went to elementary school to junior high school together, and we lived in the same building. So yeah, I was around a lot of Jamaicans as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, being is that y'all have been in those different groups of people, did y'all have to deal with any assumptions from the black community that will really like make you feel like you was having to like constantly explain, oh, they just my father friends, or they just people from around, like, did y'all have to do any of that, or people were
Mm-mm.
genuinely openly receptive of you having friends and associates from other cultures?
Not
Well,
me, because being a military brat is understood. Military travel all over the place.
Right.
So it's like it was understood. So I never had to deal with those type of questions or any assumptions like that.
Mm-hmm.
well, I can tell you that when my parents, when they bought their first house, the area that we moved into was predominantly black and Hispanic, but there was one young lady on the block, and she was a white girl. Her name was Susan Riley. I'll never forget. She was Irish, and we became fast friends.
Mm-hmm.
She was a fast girl though, so
Mm-hmm.
my mother was not for all of that, but you know what I'm saying? She was cool. We always hung out. We always would go places together. We were kids. We were just doing whatever. And I never forget the first time that she ever met my aunt's boyfriend, who also was the one that my grandmother calls her white son. And she was like, "Who is that gorgeous man?" And I was like, "Oh, girl," because she was young. We were like 15, 16 years old. And my aunt, after that day, my aunt heard her, did not like her. I was like, she's a child, but that's neither here nor there. But you know, she was. I didn't have to deal with that from her, but from my other folks, my other peers that were Caucasian or that were black and Puerto Rican. Eventually, it got to the point where I stopped hanging out with her so much, and we kind of drifted apart because she handed. Yes, she started hanging out more with the Irish and the white that she actually went to school with, and I was hanging out with wait Bob, wait Moochie, and I was more with the black kids. I assimilated into the majority, I would say.
And
Okay.
us as New Yorkers, Hispanic and culture and black culture intertwines a lot, like blends.
I
And as you
believe.
can see, the hip hop culture is a result of that, along with the Jamaicans. And yeah, so it's not really like, but you can see the more Spaniard Spanish people, they don't really like us. We
You talking about
become,
like a conquistador from
yeah,
Spain,
we
Barcelona type.
we become the morenos to them.
Or the
Right?
negritas.
Yeah, so because my mom, growing up, she wasn't black enough for the black girls and wasn't Spanish enough for the Spanish people. So
Mm-hmm.
that 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 led her to have to actually learn how to defend herself
Mm-hmm.
because she would get into a lot of fights behind it. So
Let's stay there for a second. I want to jump back on to Quinn for a second, because what you said about your mom not being black enough for the black girls and not Hispanic enough for the Hispanic people. Quinn, have you ever been in a position where you felt like being quote unquote alternative or alt black? Did you feel like have you ever been in scenarios where you felt like you weren't other people made you feel like you weren't black enough to be black, even though you are black? Like you had to explain yourself because of some of the selections in food or music or whatever? Do you feel like was that ever a thing?
Oh God. Yeah. I got that a lot from primarily black people.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I'm around other people, they don't do this thing where it's just like a they don't really care about like you hanging out with other races. It's not a big thing to them. It's literally, I hate to say it, like at least in my life, it's literally black people who do that. So like even in my situation, like I've gone to a Korean church and I had like a Korean friend and we would hang out a lot. And I think honestly, like we had a crush on each other. So we would like go different places like after church and all that. So we would be walking together. And when I tell you, like, because he didn't know what to do because he did not know that people would act like this because we're in the South. And when we would walk by, people would just start staring at us, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then there would be some that would actually follow us to some extent. But I remember we went to the park. It was the funniest thing because we went and we just were sitting in the park together. And there was literally, I think it was like a black lady. She was running. This lady is stopped running and she's like running in place, watching us. And he's like, is she watching us? Because he's like, why is she watching us? I was like, let me explain to you how this works. So I had to tell him. I had to tell him how it is because like in the South, they're not used to seeing other races hang out with each other. But back to your question that you had about the whole alt thing, I carry myself differently, so I do get a lot of critiques from black people. But I mean, it doesn't really stop the way I'm moving because at this point, I hate to say this, but I'm used to it.
Mm-hmm.
I am very much used to it. I've been getting that for a hot minute. If I can take it from my mom and my sisters, everybody else doesn't matter at this point.
Wait, your mom and your sister look at you differently because of some of your choices?
Oh, heck yes.
What's up, y'all?
Hey, DMG. You know, Quinn, how can I say? So, growing up somewhat middle class, my friends, like as I started to get older, they would accuse me of being like bougie, right? Because there's certain things that I just won't eat. There's certain things that certain ways that I grew up. Like in my house, we had our own boxes of cereal and just little things. And so I can understand just from that point of view when my friends would be like, "You so bougie about certain things," and like they are having your own box of cereal was unheard of. And I'm like, "What are y'all talking about?" Like, so just little things like that. We just, one time my girlfriend expressed to me that McDonald's was like a treat for them, and I was like, McDonald's is nothing for us. Like if we wanted McDonald's, we got it. So I get it. I get it. So people tend to treat you different when you grow up different and you have a different way. So I could probably maybe not fully identify with what you go through, but I could kind of understand just from my perspective of
I can piggyback off T. So I'm the only child, and again, my parents were in the Air Force, so I got everything to my own phone number, my own phone line, all kind of stuff. But my cousins didn't have those type of privileges, so there would be some pushback, mainly from my male cousins more than my female cousins. Because they weren't where my parents were as far as economically and stuff like that. So I was considered the bougie only child, brat, type stuff. Never been selfish because I give away a lot, but it's just like that was the stereotype. I'm the only child, you're selfish. You act like you're too good for us and all that stuff. So I kind of dealt with some of that stuff too.
Right.
So what we established is Cookie and Light Brown is rich, and around them was poor and upset that they was rich. That's what I got out of that.
No, we weren't
I
rich.
wouldn't say rich, but my parents were pretty good off, you know.
But Cookie was the only child, and so was I. I was the only child for a very long time. But when I was with my cousins and we were at my grandmother's house, listen, grandma had the bag. I gotta say, I don't know how rich she was, but it was nothing we didn't ask for that we didn't get.
Right.
Look, all I want to know is, since we know that Cookie and Light Brown are millionaires, I want to know why they ain't been donating to my Venmo. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but that's what I want to know.
Here you go. I got you.
And yeah, I'm on that do say, so it's gonna be a long night.
Don't put your cash app in the back. I got you.
But I wanted to ask Quinn, right? I just want to get down to it. Being in this space of the debate arenas, I know that you feel different, right? Because you are different. And I want you to always embrace that you're different. Never make yourself small for anybody. But how does this community make you feel? I want you to just tell us about that.
You mean like within the debating space or just like in general? Just to be sure.
Well, any way you want to answer it, in the space, in general, however.
Gotcha. I mean, with me, like I was talking to my friend about it today because she's an alt blurred black intellectual, so she's a hybrid, and she has been my friend for like 14 years. So I was telling her about like the issues that I have in this space. And honestly, I feel like when it comes to mindset, a lot of people do not get me because it's like if I pick something that's like a strong topic, everybody kind of just wants to go against it. And it's like I feel like even though I was like, I can say everything I want to say, it's like, oh, nope, I don't like it because I feel like this. And it's like I just feel like it's very biased to me. And I feel like if that is the way it works, as in just like these types of sectors in general, I don't really want to like I mean, I don't really want to participate because it's like I'm just gonna be outcasted anyway. What's the point? Is the way it feels to me. So it's like I'll just go ahead and keep moving. Like since I am like 31 years old, I've learned how like to know what your crowd is and know who your crowd is. So it's like if your crowd is not for you, then you can't force them to be for you, you know? So that's just how I feel about it. If it's like an issue of like, well, we don't like the way you think, or we don't like what you think about this, we don't like what you think about that, I accept your side even though I don't agree. You give me this thing, and then it's like they'll put more assumptions on me. I was just like, I don't know why I have to deal with that specifically. So it's like I'll just keep going if that's the thing, because it's like I'm not going to sit here and keep fighting and putting in like all of this work and effort for people to try to understand me, and you just do not want to. So I just won't do it. If that's what it comes to, that's how I feel about it.
Okay.
That makes sense. But I just want to remind you, sis, you are a breath of fresh air in this space. You're something different. You're very unique. And we would love to see more of you. In any way that myself and my sisters can help you, we're here.
Well, thank you. I do appreciate that. But I mean, it's just at this very moment, at least, it's gonna take some time because it's like I don't have an issue with, and just to be sure, I don't like have an issue with like DMG or anything, but it's just like this has always been something that I've noticed, like both in my life and online. When it comes to extremist groups, I don't do well with them. And there's no middle ground. It's usually not a compromise thing. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like I you get to a point where it's like, I'm too old for this. Like I'm too old to sit here and fight, and for what? Like, what am I fighting for? Um it's just I don't know if it's worth it. I don't know if it's worth it. And that's not to offend anybody, but that's just like how I feel. Because it's like you say I'm a breath of fresh air, but it's just like I don't I don't see that from the treatment. I don't see that.
Well, could you attribute the treatment that you got because of the people that you were around, and you haven't had the opportunity to be around some different people that are willing to embrace you, embrace who you are, totally without asking you to cut yourself or dim your light?
I mean, yeah, I agree with that. But I know, like, as it stands, I keep running into people who are like that. So it's like I'm just answering from the experience I have up to this point. And this is not to insult the new people that I meet, but it's like the people that I've met previously. It's like, I mean, you go your way, I go my way type thing, you know?
Okay, okay.
I
Well,
understand.
we understand, but just know that the invitation is here, and yeah, we just want to. I personally want to see more of Quinn, right? Quinn, the artist, Quinn, the dancer, Quinn, the intellectual,
Hmm.
Quinn, the person. I
We'd
want to
like
see
to see
more
you
of
express yourself. Okay, you guys hear me?
Yeah, we
that.
can hear you.
Okay. We would like to see you express yourself more. And I'm going to tell you, maybe jumping directly into the debate thing is not it. Maybe if you like the discussion that we're having now, maybe if we work from this point and work forward, then we can work together to get not only you, but us prepared as well. Because DNG has given us a great opportunity
Yeah.
here. He's giving us a wonderful opportunity. So if we can work together and we can help each other out. And that's kind of what brought us all together as the Diabolical Divas, is because we all have our own unique perspectives and experiences to apply towards different discussions that we have, different topics, different ideas. Maybe if we start there and then start building for the other part, if you decide that you want to go into the debate part of it, and then we can help you with that. I think that would be amazing.
I think I
Exactly.
agree with Dida. I think that it'd be good to um I mean the debate. I'm not to minimize the debates. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. The debating is cool, but I feel like you get to learn more about people um within the community with dialogues like this within reason. It's not contentious. It's not a bunch of we just genuinely we just genuinely asking questions to figure out what's what and how people think. And we learn something new. I didn't know you sang or danced or did art. And by the way, I seen some of the artwork. It's dope. I'm
That
about to go share it with my daughter that's in the drawing. You kind of fit the bill. Like my daughter grew up in an all black household. And we Haitian and black. So it's just like not that Haitian ain't black, but just to say that there's a difference between my mother's side and my father's side. She she should be moving a certain way, and she similar to you. She saw something that she interested in. She 15 now, and this you even hit the right visuals that Sailor Moon wearing those little cosplay outfits for Christmas. All she wants is more of that. Like, and there's nothing for me. I'm not gonna tell her no because it's not hurting nothing. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
If she wanna dress like Sailor Moon and she picked the person or Sailor Merc, I'm not even sure which Sailor character it is. I just remember when I was a kid, the show was already old, and she loved that show. She keep up with all the stuff. She dressed different. Um, I gotta ask my wife what you call it, but she do the thing where she put a whole bunch of barrettes in and all that. And I was looking at it like, what the heck is this? And I'm like, this is not how West Baltimoreans act. But at the end of the day, that's my daughter, and ain't nobody ready to play with her. So for me, if that's how she want to express herself within reason, who am I to stop her? And finally, I know somebody else that's an adult that have come down that path, and you don't sound crazy to me. So I'm all for it. The more you can share, the more information that I can get. Because as a parent and a father, I gotta be reasonable enough to have an open mind and let my kids express themselves. And then B, now I know it ain't so crazy the further she get into it. You in college, you doing different things, and I like how you coming. So it's just like, I mean, it don't matter if I'm the minority or what, or the ladies on this panel the minority, but I feel like if the Black conscious community claims to be conscious, the only way to be conscious is to be open-minded to people who don't have the same four views of hoteps and stuff like that. Like you're coming with a different vibe, and you're actually Black. It's not like you're not Black. Nobody can take your Black card away. If you was to ride down the highway with your seatbelt off here, you're gonna still get pulled over because how you look.
I get pulled over while walking. What is this?
That's my point. So you still deal with the Black experience, and I think that's fair. I don't think it's fair for somebody to minimalize you because you don't fit a stereotypical mold. If we was all the same, then I think we would be corny. So I like the fact that you different and you young, you in your 30s like me. Our generation and the generation after ours has the opportunity to hear different voices and to make educated decisions based on, and you from the South, and you from the deep South. So it's not like you're not from somewhere where the Black experiences can be stepped over. You from like a foundational place. You Black than me, and I don't think you owe nobody an explanation. And if you want to be alternative, go for it. And if the food good and you got fried chicken, Korean fried chicken, and collard greens with pineapples in it, if it tastes good, I'm with you. I added the pineapples, y'all. I shouldn't have said that because somebody gonna say she eat pineapples and collard greens. Y'all know what I meant, but I'm with you. I agree with it and like
my thing is this though, bro, and Divas. At the end of the day, all these people that claim to be pro-Black, it's like when so-called pro-Black men or pro-Black people say, I don't mess with XYZ because he homosexual or because she lesbian or because they trans or whatever. And they think having that person back means indulging in the same lifestyle. When you don't have to indulge in the same lifestyle, you don't have to be an alt Black. But if you claim to be pro-Black and that person Black, what you mean you don't mess with them because of a lifestyle choice that ain't got nothing to do with you? If they ain't trying to sleep with you, then what is your issue? Because they Black. So if that person in trouble, if that person hungry, if that person in need, you supposed to be pro-Black, but you ain't gonna rock with them because of their sexual orientation or because they live this particular lifestyle. That don't make dog sense to me. You're not really pro-Black. You pro-Black when it's convenient for you, when it line up with what you think other people should do. If you really pro-Black, if homeboy gay, it shouldn't matter. If he hungry, you should feed him. If you really pro-Black, if homegirl a lesbian and she in need, you should be, and you able to provide that need, or you can put her in a situation where that need can be met, you should do that if you really pro-Black. But we only pro-Black when it line up with what we think we should be doing and what we think other people should be doing.
I agree.
We got somebody, we got Sin she's in backstage.
I got it.
That's very true, DMG. If they don't fit within the agenda, then they're ignored.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we miss out on a lot of blessings because we shut people out if it don't fit what we like. What I'm learning is people have preferences for certain things, and then you find out 20 years later that their preference was the wrong option for them, and they didn't learn until it was too late that they should have went left instead of right. And then the person that you didn't like was the option that you should have chose, because everything you thought you wanted, what you thought you wanted was wrong, but what you really should have chose was the other option. So I like when people are doing other things, because I don't like reinventing the wheel. She doing something that I didn't do, and I probably, if I was to be honest and break down all the different categories for being alternative, I probably fit some of them categories. I'm just probably good enough, not good enough, but it's probably easy for certain people to traverse a blended place where I can get a pass for it because it's me. But then the next person, because they don't have the same charisma as me, get laughed at. So it's just like, I look at it like, I'm with it. I think more people should openly speak on these issues. Like I was saying offline, I think I'm a blurred. For the people who don't know, that mean black nerd. I probably fall into a category with a lot of those things too. I wonder if it's a test or something I can take so I can kind of figure out what my personality or what all that is, to see if I fit that mold.
You're definitely a nerd.
Yes, but you want to know something? I'm going to tell you. We all have those tendencies, but the thing is that we choose not to focus on them, because all the stuff that you said, everything that we hear from Quinn, we all have differences. Remember, you said if we all were the same. If we all were the same, this world would be a very boring place to be, because we would all be predictable. We'd all do the same things at the same times every day. It's not like that. And the problem that we have, right, is accepting differences within our own community. And like DMG was saying, if the person is gay, but they're black, you accept them.
That doesn't mean that I'm accepting that he want to be my friend in that aspect. I'm trying to make it so it don't sound funny, because somebody run with a screen clip, audio. But yeah, just because I got a couple of people that I associate with that's gay, and they cool for real. I just would never let them play with me on that. They know how I'm coming, and they know I know how they coming. When they get to talking about stuff that type of stuff, I just don't participate in that. All right, all right, I'll see y'all later. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I'm a lot of people that don't fit the same mold as me, you know what? When I have questions about specific avenues and angles on how they think a good, like, one of the guys is really a good business person. You know what? His orientation ain't gonna stop me from getting this money. You know what I'm saying? He knows how to fill out the paperwork for me to get certain things from the government. What how he deal with his personal background stuff don't matter to me. And when I deal with him for that. You know what I'm saying? And we cool. Like, I don't have no problem if it's a dinner or something they offering, I'll pull up. I feel like we shut people out for the wrong reasons.
Right. Let me ask a question. So, why do you think people who are not a person's preference get so upset when everybody has a preference?
Ask that again.
Why do people get upset when they're not a preference, someone's preference? I've been seeing that a lot on Facebook. Like, people are getting clown about their preferences and stuff.
Rejection, because what's the word when you projection? That's the word I'm looking for. A lot of times it's projection, because they've been getting clown. And I'm gonna tell you how I see it. Growing up, I always kind of been popular, but I used to get cracked on a lot. And when I was a kid, I just learned how to crack jokes better and faster. And then I got funnier. But I noticed a lot of the people who didn't have some of the opportunities that I had or the emotion I had, they was the first person to put out a joke like, look at his shoes. And they got their first pair. This their first ever pair of Jordans in their life. You know what I'm saying? It's projection. They want to feel like the big man or the big woman at the time. So let's take this to relationships. If you, let's say, a black female and you like Hispanic men for whatever reason, and some black men around and they find you attractive, they're gonna feel some kind of way like, why you not going with your own race when I'm available? Whole time they not even a viable candidate for you because they don't have the prerequisites that's necessary for them to even look at, for you to even look at. So there's a lot of people, lot of people like that. You ain't never, go to the mall or the market or be somewhere, a man reach out to you and try to speak to you, and you can tell by the first 30 seconds, not even, we was talking about this the other day, the first 5 seconds of conversation, as soon as he opened his mouth, he not your type immediately. You know you're not wrong. You see how he carrying it. You see how he dressed. You see how he presented himself. Nothing about him says you want to communicate with him no more.
Right.
The rejection and the fact that he was rejected is part of the reason. Who wants to feel undesired? The undesirables are usually the loudest people.
Yeah, I see that because, like you said, they open their mouth and it just changes all things. So I think people would need to look at themselves on how they come across. Because it may not necessarily, I mean, preference is a preference, but I mean, that can be changeable, right?
Yeah.
It's not an end all be all. But it's just like, if you don't have that personality and you just talking crazy and stuff like that, of course that's going to be a turnoff for some people. So you're not going to get accepted,
Look at what I put on the screen. This was Sin's comment. People have a hard time accepting other people's differences because they don't accept or like certain parts of themselves. I agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
Some people hate what they see in the mirror. That's why with the internet, this probably sound bad, but that's why a lot of people present themselves on the internet behind AI, or they're not comfortable with themselves. And I'm not saying you shouldn't be like, some people aren't comfortable with themselves and are not willing to change who or what they are, because you don't have to be a scumbag. You could say, you know what? It hurts my feelings when I get rejected. I'm a learn how to become better in communicating. I'm gonna change some things about myself, and then they might get rejected again, but it eat away at their soul because it hurts them. Sometimes people who don't know how to become desirables need to learn how to fix the things about themselves. Oh, they should take me as I am. But then when you look at who they are, they're scumbags. They shouldn't be accepted. Certain people have to change. There's certain things that's being discussed that need like, if a person don't brush their teeth in the morning and their breath always stink, I shouldn't have to accept a woman who is unkept.
Absolutely not. Yeah. No.
And people need to realize that certain people are terrible. And it's like when you buy food, if it don't look good to me, I'm not eating it. If it don't smell good to me, I'm not eating it. The same thing, people eat with their eyes. So if you don't look presentable to me, something that tickle my fancy, then no, I'm not giving you the time of day. And I don't think no female or male should have to acquiesce or bow down just because that person feels like they are owed a shot. That's stupid to me.
They say don't judge a book by its cover, though.
You are absolutely right. It's been a few guys in these back chats.
Lord.
And as Cookie would say, uncomely. My thing is, you have to look the part. You can't approach a woman and you're unkept. Yeah. So you have to take care of yourself. Absolutely do.
Look at the next comment. Batu Bina Congo says self-love is the best love. Agreed, 100%. You gotta love yourself. But what were you gonna say? Somebody else was about to say something before I put that.
To reiterate what Cookie said, like, preferences doesn't necessarily mean requirements. Like, not, set in stone. People can outside of their preferences all the time. How they get.
Yeah.
People have to learn to live in their truth, regardless of what others feel. That's where happiness comes from. 100%.
I mean, and see, this is something that like I've noticed because a lot of times, like, okay, so I have a preference in which I already said what it was. And a lot of times there'll be like black men who are just like, well, why do you only want that? You shouldn't want that. And oh, so there must be something wrong with you if you want that, et cetera, et cetera. And this is just something that I have noticed where it's like, see, for some reason, what I want is debatable to them. However, I am supposed to accept as a black woman when black men get online and say things like, oh, we don't want black women are ugly and masculine, blah, 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 blah. I'm supposed to be able to just take that and be fine. But then when I say I have a preference and it isn't them, oh, we're offended, you know?
You have to accept it, but don't punish everybody for it. All of them for it. There are a few good ones out there.
In which I wasn't saying everybody, but I was just saying like I've noticed that behavior.
Yeah, there's a great majority
you're right.
of them that say that especially if if you happen to go into like the KS groups and all that stuff, a lot of the way that a lot of the men in there, not all the men in there, but the ones that are the biggest incels in there, the way that they speak about women, and then they seem to be stuck on this thing where, oh, all you women, which is impossible because they don't know all women, but all you women want 6'4", men making over six figures. No, that's called you stereotyping us because I don't ever remember saying I want a 6 foot, but I'm only 5'1". I don't want no six. We gonna look like Pinky and the Brain standing together. I don't want no 6 foot. You understand?
I like
If he makes 6 figures, that's beautiful, but you don't have to make 6 figures. You understand? He doesn't have to. And so it's what they don't understand is that it's okay for us to have preferences like it's okay for them to have preferences. The difference is as women, we don't harp on them as much as they harp on ours because they feel rejected. They feel as though their egos are bruised because a lot of times their issue is the women that they want don't want them.
Yeah, that's all it is.
I noticed also that a lot of brothers try to demonize sisters who date out, especially white men. Yet they date out more. And case in point, you have Serena, and you also have what's her name? She's an actress. Is it Courtney Gibbony or something like that? She played on Precious. She played Precious.
Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Gamora Cinnabon.
And it's like with Serena, they dragged her through the mud when she got into a white man, but they're not talking about how they dragged her as a black woman, talking about she's manly, she's this, she's ugly. Like they don't realize how people feel when you're constantly berating them and degrading them and over again, coming from your own people. You see what I'm saying? So I understand why Serena and old girl went to the other side because it's just like they just kept rejecting them over and over and over again. You see what I'm saying? They don't realize that those words, hurt. And then it's just you go to where you're accepted and wanted. And now that they did that, now they're bed wenches and all kind of other stuff. You see what I'm saying? So that's a double standard to me. I don't understand that.
I agree with you.
Too. It makes no sense.
But there's men and women that both deal from when they speak on those kind of things, they are speaking from a place of hurt and hurt feelings, right? And for some, it's not a recent hurt. For some, it's hurt that they've had previously.
Since
They may
ninth
not
grade.
have ever, may not have ever felt like they were ever enough for anyone, and because they didn't have the maybe the looks or they didn't have the personality to actually attract the persons, the individuals that they wanted, right? So now they take it out on everyone. Everyone got to get it. Every rep. So if it was a black dude that they wanted, then the black dudes is gonna get it. Oh, I can't say. I really believe that's what happened with my aunt. With the black dudes, if it was the little chocolate girl, oh, I don't like chocolate girls because when we was in third grade, I had a crush on her, and she knew I had a crush on her, but she wanted to spare it. So it's one of those things that it really, to be honest with you, is about healing. A lot of times you have to go and heal that hurt child. and they don't understand that either. You need to go to therapy. Go sit your ass down and talk to somebody and sit down and talk to someone who is a removed third party, because you go and you talk to your friends, you go and you talk to your family, they're going to give you the regular rigmarole. Speak to someone who has no what you call it in the game, right? And let that and work on those kind of things. You'd be surprised how when you finish, you feel lighter, you walk away feeling better. But a lot won't do that. And that's not just on black men, that's black women too.
I agree. We wrapping up towards the end of the show. As you know, my brother, the infamous DMG, the real black existentialist, has a face off between KOT and Pan, the People's Champ, tonight, coming up soon. But I think y'all should keep doing these Diabolical Divas shows. Shout outs to the Candy Coated Tools. If you know, you know, you know. And Quinn, I definitely want to hear your voice on one of these panels, even if you ain't by yourself, but on one of these panels again. You know, I'm gonna see if Sister Light Brown can keep getting on your nerves until you pop up again.
Oh,
You
I
know,
am. I am.
Oh, yeah,
I'm gonna be relentless.
yeah, she gonna be here. Yeah.
Mhm.
She's gonna be like, I'm tired of Light Brown.
I,
You're
but
gonna
I
go,
think
don't
it
call
was,
me again.
She ain't got a choice.
but
We're gonna get on your nerves, Quinn.
I think this was good though, and the panel for all the blocks is filled in. Only person missing was Ivory Scales. You know,
Sure
yeah,
would.
Just the Ivory.
She popped up in the chat though. She did.
yeah, she definitely to that. So, I hey Quinn, you got any closeout statements? Since I know, even though they made it about you, I'm gonna go ahead and let you give us the benediction. You got anything you want to say before we close out?
Um, I was say I mean, okay, so I really don't have that much to say, but I guess okay, I will be around. We'll just see to what capacity, if that makes sense.
Yeah, let it
Okay.
flow. Let it flow. We just gonna roll with it.
Hey,
Y'all,
hey, until Quinn said that I was about to say divas, wear her down until
I'm
she
so
just say,
done.
fuck it, I'm coming
Oh,
on.
I'm so done.
That was the plan. We're on it.
We on it.
yeah. We just gonna come with different topics and maybe different panels. Quinn, you can get on and weigh in,
Mm-hmm.
and talk about
Absolutely.
stuff.
Mhm.
Um, and I think
Man.
it'd be cool just to have your opinion because you actually cover a base that we don't typically often hear. And I'm telling you, out of 5 kids, I have one specifically that identify with you already. It's basically your interest, and she dance, and she do all the little arts and craft stuff. So, and she 15. I don't got much time before she an adult. So I definitely would like to make sure that you're around to help let me be around so that I can be taught how to navigate dealing with my 15-year-old. And teenagers is hard on men because we don't be knowing everything. My
To give
17-year-old,
orders
she's simple,
instructions.
but
Mhm.
respectfully, I need that assistance. I'm gonna be hitting you up offline for little tips because I don't know. I'm just from somebody from round the way. My daughter, she got all these dreams and ambitions on stuff that I don't fully understand. So I gotta get with somebody who have been around. So, you know,
Hey, real quick, I just want to say I got a suggestion for the divas. My sister Sekhmet got a brand, Blood Over Wine. Maybe y'all can have her up here one day so she can elaborate on that. Shout out to Sekhmet,
Absolutely.
the
Yeah,
goddess.
absolutely. We love shake.
Hey, y'all men that's mad at Lorel, y'all better quit messing with my sis. Keep that between y'all men. Y'all starting to piss me off. But I ain't gonna say nothing else about it.
close this out, DMG. Go ahead and close it out, DMG.
Hey, y'all know what it is, man. Ladies' Night with the Diabolical Divas, another great show from the sisters. They changed up just because they rock with Queen. Just to show y'all that when a black woman is behind you, she gonna do everything she can to let you know she rock with you. So I appreciate the sisters rallying around Quinn. We'll be back next week with another dynamic episode from these powerful queens. In about 30 or so minutes, I got KOT and Pan in the face-off to figure out what they gonna debate over that social media title. Pan said he want to be the first person to hold both the world title and the social media title. We're gonna see if the best topic for topic debater in the Versus series got what it takes to do that when he take on KOT. So y'all come back around 7:15 Central Time and see what's good with the brothers. Until next time, y'all continue to support the Diabolical Divas. They'll be back next week with another powerful episode. It's Paradigm Shift TV 314, home of the Versus series, home of Ladies Night with the Diabolical Divas. Y'all come on black.
Peace, y'all.
All right, y'all.
Bye,
I'm out
guys.
there. Peace.
The next word, y'all, next sound y'all gonna hear is Mr. Debate Mania, Big Hemi. He got the juice. I'm gonna start saying Paradigm Shift TV got the juice, but y'all know what's up.
Juice.
Sip from the flash, still on the move on the spirit of my gas. I'm on me, you can check out the glass. Never won't smoke, I'm preparing for the class. Juice in my veins like I'm post-fast charge. Got on my side, I don't got it at card. Pressure was real, the anointing been large. I walk in the light like a drip of a spark. Cause I got the juice, 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 I got the juice. My thoughts had a bounty, flesh in my ear like spit for the county. Bitch said chill, but the trigger was tempting. Whole lot of demons in the section I'm stepping. Ray got a drum or a hole like a stick. Thank for the Lord, every ride gon' hit. Toes and slide, they responded like bait. I carry that text like a windshield whip. Flex said flex, feel said rest. I was 10 toes down in the spiritual test. Came from the dirt, still cleaner than most. Flesh won't toast, but the spirit won't ghost. Devil those laws, I be catching that purr. Let's over revenge, but the Lord says spur. Fast like collar with the engine on red. Put it in park after old me dead. I got the juice, I don't sip from the flash. Still on the move on the spirit of my gas. I'm on me, you can check out the glass. Never won't smoke, I'm prepared for the class. Juice in my veins like I'm post-fast charge. Got on my side, I don't got it at card. Pressure was real, the anointing been large. I walk in the light like a drip of a star. Cause I got the juice, I got the juice, I got the juice, I got the juice. Gave me the juice, but it came with the blessing. Get so many nights to pain in the blessing. This won't place, I just wanted confessions. The fear won't dip, so I dug through the lessons. Wasn't no cap in my name when I bow. Peter said speak, so I prayed out loud. Old crew sing, so I switched my crowd. People with saints, not chasing the cloud. Spirit said spin, spirit said build. Bless said feast, spirit said steal. Bless said slide, spirit said kneel. Now I'm bulletproof, walking in the king's wheel. I got that gold like a Moses to sin. Bible in hand, that's a loaded in 10. All in my cup like it came from the prison. Ain't chasing no fame, just battle the flesh. I got the juice, I don't sip from the flash. Still on the move on the spirit of my gas. I'm on me, you can check out the glass. Never won't smoke, I'm prepared for the class. Juice in my veins like I'm post-fast charge. Got on my side, I don't got it at card. Pressure was real, the anointing been large. I walk in the light like a drip of a star. Cause I got the juice, I got the juice, I got the juice, I got the juice. I got the juice, I don't sip from the flask. Still on the move, Holy Spirit, my gas. On me, you can check out the class. Devil won't smoke, I'm prepared for the class. Juice in my veins like I'm post-fast charge. God on my side,